Hey, TikTok. Hey, y'all. I'm just kind of playing around with this evening, trying to figure out how to do some things and do some things differently. Sitting out here in my little garden house, um, figured I'd just go live for a few minutes. To me, Sunday evenings is always the end of the week. To me, the end of the weekend, and it is in Atlanta. It's 7:06 right now, and the for years I had a service on Sunday evenings at 7 o'clock. So sometimes I feel a lot of the residue left over from those years. Hey, Miss Rhonda, over on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, live this evening. Ava and I just got back from our evening walk. Went to Metron this morning, and then we went over to Kathy's, and they grilled hot dogs and hamburgers. And we didn't get in the pool; it was too overcast, and kind of had a good time with my family. And then came home, and they had cupcakes. So I ate a donut at Metron this morning that Road brought a box from Dunkin' Donuts, and then. Hey, Carol. Good evening. Good evening to you too. The And then when I went over to Kathy's, they had cupcakes. I ate two cupcakes. So it seems like that sugar follows you around. So anyway, as a few people come on into TikTok and some of these programs or whatever, the thing I love about this sound old school. The thing I love about the times we're living in, that from a little house in East Point that's got a little garden shed out here that I built out of some windows I got from Habitat. Anytime I feel anything, I can just go click a few buttons.
Let's go toast.
And it's
Let's
got
go.
let me see what's going on over here. I'm experimenting tonight, y'all. We're going to skip the ad. And we're going to go back to that. I don't know if y'all can hear this music. Let's see, bro. I figured I'd come out and listen to some music. I don't know if that's coming over the things or not. Yeah, it's hard to say no to desserts, isn't it? And then this weekend in Grant Park, they had a dessert festival, actually called a dessert festival, with hundreds of tents of all kind of bakeries and bakers and selling all kind of cobblers and pies and cakes. But anyhow, I love the access that we have, all of us have. If you have cell service of any kind, internet service of any kind, at any time you want to, you can look on Facebook or go on Instagram or speak to the world. Yeah, thank you, Rhonda. I don't know. I wanted to come out here. I don't have anything to say per se, but I do want to acknowledge that this week is winding down. It's coming to an end. Tomorrow's a holiday, Memorial holiday, and which is a very somber day actually. And just sit out here and let people come in and come out, go by, say hello, move on to something else. It's no big deal, you know. But I did want to share a couple of things. First off, I want to talk about the week ahead. You know, what I envision for the week ahead. Some of you people, a few of you people that follow me know a couple of weeks ago I fasted one day, and it's the first time I fasted in maybe 2 or 3 years. And so not tomorrow, but the next Monday, June the 2nd, I'm going to fast that day. And if I didn't think it would do you some good to do it, I wouldn't exhort you and encourage you to do it. Just like if I didn't think it would be good for you to move, and to walk and to make your body move in ways. I wouldn't get on here and post 900 videos over 3 years of telling people, come on, y'all, let's walk, let's move our bodies, you know. And I also believe that there can be a power about fasting. I know it's just one day, but I told Ava a couple of weeks ago when she and I fasted that day, about 9 o'clock that night, we were laying in bed. We went to bed earlier than normal because we were both hungry, and we just like sleeping would be a way to circumvent the day and cut it off and go on to sleep. But I was laying in bed that night, and I told Ava, I said, man, I can't believe how much I'm craving food. I'm just hungry over just one day of not eating. And then I laid in bed and I thought about Mexican food, and I thought about, hey Deborah Jenkins on Facebook, good evening to you. I thought about burritos. I thought, me and Ava laid in bed that Monday evening. We was hungry. We talked about going to Grand Central and getting a big old cheesy slice of pepperoni, just tormenting ourselves with all these food as we're sitting there hungry. I tell you, your body knows something's going on when it has a routine of being fed on time every day, and then you take one day and you're like, no, I'm going to put the body in time out for a day. And I tell people that if you have a need, and I'm speaking spiritually, physically, whatever that need is, we all have needs. We all have different needs. Some of you need not only something for your health, but maybe one of your loved ones is going through a serious health battle right now. You can stand in for them. You can send out energies to the universe and vibrations around the world, like draw goodness to my cousin, my aunt, my mom, you know. So first off, I exhort you to think about it. And the reason, the thing I like to do about putting it out in the future, about like, no, I'm not going to fast in the morning, I'm going to fast a week from now, but to put it out in the future is over the week ahead gives me time to have moments where I think about when I fast this coming Monday. I want to set this intention out there. I want to build it up. So when that day gets here, I wake up, I feel anointed. I feel like I should put oil on my head and walk in the spirit of gladness. And a fast coming up. So also for me, I'm rehabbing a house, just getting started on a little house over in Southeast Atlanta that was a rental house for 15 years. And basically, it's just being gutted and redone from the front door to the back door. There used to be an old saying in the clubs: "Tore up from the floor up to the ground, from the ground up to the top up," or something. So anyhow, we've just been really tearing the house down. I mean, we can make anything spiritual, but there's something that's somewhat spiritual about restoration of anything, of an old house, restoration of an old car, to bring something back to life. And y'all, if I'm being honest tonight, there's people that will hear this that need to be brought back to life. It's just withered. And we as people have great power and energy and resources within us to reach out, as Diana Ross used to say, reach out and touch someone, so the week ahead, I want to walk in wholeness. I want to, hey, Jonathan, thank you. Miss Ava's inside the house. Somebody said, take care of Miss Ava. Miss Ava's inside the house right now, putting on some pasta. And I think we're going to have a little bowl of cold pasta for dinner. She's in the kitchen. We just got back from our evening walk. We did a little video of Susie Vargas. It's on TikTok and on Facebook, singing Someday Soon. But anyhow, on this Sunday evening at 7:15 here in Atlanta, we just wind this week down. I'm sitting here looking at chickens. My hens scratching around out here. They come in here, I had to run them out. They think I'm their buddy. You know. So thank y'all for the hearts and the people over on TikTok. And you know, the thing, I'm reminded a little bit, and if I'm just being honest with you tonight, I'm aware that we all as humans have our egos. We have our feelings. We get in feelings and egos, and I'm aware of all that. I started out in ministry in my 20s when I was a novice. But I've lived. Here comes Ava. Hey, Ava. Here she comes. Well, she's going down in the lower yard to pick some vegetables to go in. Oh, she's getting some rosemary. Oh, basil. She's getting basil watching Ava. Y'all see her when she walks back by. We have a vegetable garden down here. But what I was going to say, I know we all have egos and we want to be heard, and we all have our Facebook pages, and we all are writers, we all are artists, we all are preachers, we all are teachers, we all are all these things, and I understand that. But the thing about social media that I'm a part of now, and all you people are a part of now. Maybe I should look into this phone right here so they just see on the side of my face. When you're sitting here in this little garden house in East Point, Georgia, and you're just sitting here kind of just spilling your tea and talking, or when I get up in the morning and I go sit out here in the garden somewhere, usually under my little back porch, and I do my little 4 or 5 paragraphs that I write every morning. And you do it, and for me, I do it 365 days a year, so I get lost in the fact. Seriously, I get lost in the fact that there's anybody that's listening. You know, yeah, I get comments and I get, emails, and you get that. But in the bigger picture, I just kind of get lost. I think I've learned to write. I write as if nobody's ever going to read it. And I maybe couldn't have done that when I would write 15 years ago. I maybe was not able to do that then because I'd be like, well, if I write about this person's still alive. If I write about this, my Aunt so-and-so could have her feelings hurt about it. Maybe she wouldn't see it in the same light I do. So I kind of had to wade through. But I've reached a point in life now where I really never, ever have to think that nobody's ever going to read it. And if anybody ever did read it, it doesn't matter, So you can write, there's an old saying about sing as if nobody's listening. You can write as if nobody's listening too. And I think what I'm saying with all that, sometimes I'll come out and I'll do a little video or a little dancing video or a little TikTok or something. And I do it so often, I just forget that. I just kind of forget that there's people out there that's, hi, Eddie, been a few weeks, hope you're well. I'm very well, Diane. It's good to see you this evening over on Facebook. Yeah, I'm really good. So to finish my thought, and then I go by Kathy's today, and George, her husband, his mother is over there. And I walk in, and she's like, and y'all, to be honest, I don't know who follows me on what. Even on Facebook, which is a small little thing I have, 1,400 people that I'm friends with, I know 50 people. I don't, I'll probably know more if I went down through there. But they've been on there for years. I don't really know, And I know that Diane here on Facebook, that's been a few weeks. I think we connected over the Harris campaign when I was doing politics. I was actually working for the Harris campaign. I think Rhonda maybe did too. A lot of these followers were Democrats, Harris supporters, and so we connect as a tribe on that level. And I have MAGA people that's on my Facebook too. I know they're MAGA people. We just have to hold them up in prayer. Just say, Lord, unblind their eyes and let the scales fall off of them. But anyhow, I was just thinking. What I was trying to say, I went by Kathy's today, and her husband George, but his mother's there, and I've met her before and seen her, and she said, Eddie, Ava, she said, Eddie, I listen to you every morning. Every morning I listen to you when you do your videos. She's not on TikTok. I think she's on Instagram. I don't know what she's on. Maybe she's on Facebook. But she's a sweet lady. But she said, and I don't really know her, but she told me, she said, I follow you. She said, I love all the videos you and Ava do dancing every day. And I'm like, you put this out here on the internet, you never know who's watching, who it's touching, what's going on with it. And then listen to this, y'all. She told me, she said, I'm 74 years old. Well, she's not, but 4 years old, 5 years older than me. But she told me, she said, I want you to do my funeral. If something happens to me, I want you to speak at my funeral. And I'm like, good heavens. You know, I thought about that later, and like, it's interesting, this whole thing right here, this what I call now a global community. And I was telling somebody a few months ago that, you know, I talk to people in Montana and people in Toronto and people in Arizona, and I mean, just all over the country. And then I was telling people a couple of months ago, I'm like, I forget that my neighbors, I had a neighbor down the street that stopped me on the wall. She said, oh my God, I follow you on TikTok. I follow you all the time. And I came back and I'm like, oh my God, Ava, the neighbors know about us. You know, not that it's something big, but it's hard. It's easier to think that somebody in Nairobi will email you than somebody around the corner on Constant Street. Right? But this global community connects us all. And that's why the real deal going forward, you know, most churches now are having services online. Most preachers and teachers are doing online stuff. I don't even really know if the brick and mortar stuff, where people rent storefronts and buildings and do it the old-fashioned way, I don't even know if that'll be around as we go forward. It's got less and less. But anyhow, enough of the rambling, enough of the tangents. I'm going to cut to the chase right here, because I'm going to go eat me some cold pasta salad and watch an episode of something on. I know some of y'all people have seen the movie Sinner. I want y'all to listen to this. Let me throw this in here too while I'm at it. We was over there at Kathy's today, and I told Jill, Caleb and Chance is spending the night with Jill in Savannah and Cabbagetown. So they got this AMC theater right up the street from them in Cabbagetown on Memorial Drive. And I told him, I said, well, y'all, I want to go see the movie Sinners. I've heard different stuff about it. I said, so anyhow, Jill went online and had us 6 seats, 4:00 tomorrow. And yeah, God bless the American people around there. You, me and you on the same page. And I know the whole campaign was about, and I'm not going to do politics tonight about, but y'all, things have got so expensive. We got 6 tickets to go see a movie. And I know because I paid for it. I told Jill, I said, take my credit card. I buy our tickets and they can buy some popcorn or whatever. But 6 tickets for a 4:00 showing of Sinners was $125. $125. Now, I don't know about you people. Maybe some of you people are very, very wealthy, and that wouldn't be nothing. That just seems high to go see a 90-minute movie to pay $125 for your grandkids. Yeah. So anyhow, that's a tangent. Let's pull it, rein it back in, and get back to the real purpose that I'm sitting out here doing this evening. The week ahead, the week ahead, what do you envision? What do you want in this week ahead? What is our intention for the week ahead? I'd like to make progress, a little progress on the key road times. I'd like to feel good the week ahead. I'd like to have clarity in my mind. I've not got no big decisions ahead of me. I'd like to enjoy my days. I'd like to eat healthy. Eat healthier than cupcakes and chubby deckers. You know? So we put this intention out here tonight as we kind of wind this down, that the week ahead will be a good week. You know? Yeah, that the week ahead will be a good week. And some of y'all people remember that if as the week goes along, I think I'll do a couple of prayers at some moments during the week as the evenings come around, when I feel it in my spirit. I'm not a person that can do rituals and follow the patterns. I'm too kamikaze. I'm probably, to be honest about it, I'm probably always my whole life had some form of being on the spectrum or some form of bipolar, or, I don't discount any of that, After almost 70 years, you just learn to maneuver through a lot of it. But I do know this much about myself, that I know when I feel something that's spiritual, that's holy, that's wholesome, and it's when our humanity reaches out and touches other people's hearts. And so I hope everybody's doing well this evening. Whatever battle you're going through, you just have to keep going. I wish I had a better answer for you. But whatever you're facing, you just have to keep facing. Just face it. I moved, and I just want to get unpacked and have it not kill me in the process. Yeah, man, that's actually stressful too, Diane. I read one time of the highest stress points in life. One is the death of a spouse. The second is divorce. The third is a change of jobs, and the fourth is a move. So moving's right up there in the top 3 or 4 things that can be very stressful to get it all behind you and unpacked. So anyhow, as we got meditation music playing out here, I can feel the evening. I got a little fan out here too blowing that on. This is when I built this little garden house with these 30 windows around it that all open and a glass roof over me. I knew as I was hammering and building it, digging dirt, this would be my sanctuary. This will be my altar. This will be the place that Christ comes and visits with me and sits with me. This place will be where my mom and my brothers and my grannies will come and breathe upon me as I sit out here with them. So when I sit here and I talk to people around the world or around the country or down the street or around the corner, I feel like I'm just standing on just a holy piece of something, as if I was walking up on the pulpit in the most magnificent sanctuary in the world. Yeah. So, yes, I do. Somebody just want to know, do I have children? I have 2 grown daughters. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 grown children, counting Eliana. I've adopted Eliana as my granddaughter. So yeah, I have children. I have grandchildren. I have Boom Boom and Gracie. I know some of you people that's not big pet people think that's kind of silly, but I would cry for days when Big Boom dies. He's touched my soul so deeply, Some meditation music done got me all teary-eyed out here, y'all. But anyhow, I bid you a good week this week ahead. I speak blessings and wholeness and goodness and hope and joy and power. Yeah. I pray that the lull in your life this week will be a good lull, where the chatter and the chaos kind of dies down. You take a deep breath. Boom of the Baptist, yeah. Yeah, I don't hold it against him because he's a Baptist. Gracie's a Pentecostal. The other one. She just rolls around on the yard. Boom Boom is very stoic. He's a Baptist, and he'll just look at her like, we don't want no holy rollers up in this yard. I'm like, Boom Boom, you just being prejudiced against holiness people. So anyhow, everybody, I'm just sitting out here kind of being somber, but kind of being, I know that when I hang this up, I know myself, my spirit will feel better. It's kind of like I feel God breathing on me. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to go eat some cold pasta salad. I love y'all. See y'all.